Welcome back, everybody. Today we got another stock review for you. This one's very long awaited. This is the BCM Bravo Company stock that you see here on the rifle. What we're going to do is keep putting some rounds through the gun, shoot it in multiple positions, prone, standing, whatever the case may be. And after that, we'll step inside, let you know what I think of it, some of the neat features of it, because there are quite a few, how it feels, all that stuff. But for now, we'll keep trying to make the steel ring a little bit. I removed the stock from the rifle so you can get a better look at it. Just a few basic things about it. First off, it's made for mil-spec diameter tubes, so as of right now I do not know of any commercial ones that are out there. BCM may release one eventually, but I don't know of it. The latch on this sucker here has got nice texturing here on the bottom. There's also texturing here going out towards the butt pad. The butt pad is rubber, and you can see it does have the BCM stamp in there. It doesn't come to you dirty, I assure you. That's just from some actual use that we've had there. It has a quick detach swivels on both sides, and let me actually grab my sling here to show you exactly how that works. When you pop it in, it actually becomes anti-rotational due to the body of the stock itself, preventing it from rotating. It's the same on both sides. Quick detach, and it also allows for regular slings in there. I'll roll in a picture of my Viking Tactics sling that I used on there for a second, so you guys can see it works with either option, either a QD or traditional method. The latch here is very stout, I guess you could say, so pulling it up is not like super easy, but it's not super difficult either. It's somewhere in the middle, but you definitely have to consciously make that choice to pull it up. Overall, it looks cool, I think. It's a modular design, so it's the Mod 0, which kind of indicates that there are more options coming, and you can actually break it down into several pieces, which we'll show you how to do next. For the disassembly, just put an Allen wrench there. I'm not sure what size it is off the top of my head. You're going to put it through and just unscrew the bolt that's in there until you get it all the way out. Once your screw is finally out, you can just pull it apart, the back piece anyway. You just pull that off. Out will drop your little tab here, and what that is, for those of you that don't know, is the vehicle-borne operation sling tab. A lot of you guys that are military law enforcement know that when you get in a vehicle, it's easier to just wrap your sling or bungee your sling down to either your stock or your receiver, and this is for that, so that way when you have your sling tied down, as you see here in this picture that I stole from BCM's website, when you have it tied down like that, your sling's not going to come, not your sling rather, but the tie down itself, whether it's a rubber band or the bungee, isn't going to come down and actually interfere with this piece here, so your stock won't accidentally adjust on you. Now, to further break the piece down here, just take whatever you were using to take your screw out. It's kind of how I figured out how to do it anyway, and just pop it up. Your latch will come out, and then you'll have your spring tensioning device here that'll come out, and then this little piece right here, which will show you up close and personal. This is an all steel piece here, and this is basically how BCM has designed the interface with the receiver extension tube. This thing right here is what's under constant tension to make it extremely snug on the receiver extension, excuse me. So that way when you're shooting, there's almost no, if not no, wobble at all on the stock in terms of as it locks up on your receiver, which I know a lot of companies are going to these days and a lot of folks like, so that's how they accomplish it. To put all this back together, you just do it the exact opposite, and then we'll show you how to install it on the rifle next. As I just mentioned, this thing is very tight on the end of your receiver, so hopefully I'll be able to do this on camera. If not, I may have to pull it off camera and use the floor here for a second for a little leverage. But anyway, enough of my ranting. To install it, basically what you have to do is you push down on your lever here until you see this little hole that you see right there. It's designed so that a firing pin from your AR-15 will fit in there, but since I already have the Allen wrench out, we're going to use that. So what you do is pinch it down, and you're going to insert whatever you have that goes all the way through there. And there we go, if we can get that through. Alright, so like that, that's where it needs to be, so that way there is free movement here in your lever. So what you're going to do at this point is put it on your receiver. Again, mil-spec receiver, guys. And at this point, you just need to kind of pull down on it just like you would any other AR-15 stock and slide it on. Look at that. worked like a champ. Probably couldn't do that twice in a row. But anyway, that's how you install it. From that point on, it's like any other stock. So you just slide it back and forth on your receiver there. And you can see there's really almost no play at all due to that lockup system. On the table here we have a few AR stocks that we're going to use as comparison. Here we have our standard. This one here is a Colt mil-spec stock, V5 Stop Mod Bravo, which we really like here on the channel, as well as the Magpul SL, another good stock that recently came out. I have reviews on both of those if you guys are looking for those. And obviously the Bravo Company stock here. So we'll compare them in a couple different ways. First we'll get into the actual cheek weld on them. So comparing it just to the standard AR mil-spec one, you'll see here that the Bravo, or correction, the BCM does give you a little bit more cheek weld. So in terms of actual distance and what that actually says here, we'll get off the micrometer, measure it out, and you'll see that with this one, we're going to get right at 1.64 versus your standard mil-spec here, which we're going to get 1.45 compared to the Magpul SL stock. Right about exactly the same, actually, 1.66. So we're talking a few very small difference there, I should say. And with the Stop Mod Bravo, you definitely get a little bit more cheek weld than the other two. As this stock was being developed, I know one of the key things that they were looking at was weight. So let's check that out here. And just for reference, we'll do our Colt mil-spec stock here, 6.35. We'll do the Magpul SL, which is 9.6 ounces. The Stop Mod Bravo, 8.6 ounces. And then your Bravo Company Mod Zero here, 7.7 ounces. So you can see it's pretty lightweight. One of the most important specs to all of us out there is going to be cost. This sucker comes to market with an MSRP just under $60. So very competitively priced for what you get. A lightweight option that has a lot of good features to it with the sling attachment points, nice tight latch, tight lockup on your stock. Really, there's a lot to like about it. It's very sleek. It's not going to catch in your gear. The cheek weld on it is better than a standard one for sure, your standard mil-spec stock. Those of you that want a little bit more cheek weld, my guess is you might have to wait. Just totally guessing here. I don't have the insider information, but the fact that it's designated the Mod Zero and the fact that it's a modular design leads me to believe that there may be other parts coming down the road from Bravo Company. Just a sneaky suspicion. So, but right now, as it is, I mean, it's an excellent stock. I think it looks kind of cool and kind of space age, but some folks out there on the internet I've seen don't like the looks of it, but I guess that's just a personal preference thing. But in terms of quality, it's certainly what you'd expect from Bravo Company. If you guys have any questions about this stock or anything else to talk about here on the channel, you can always post below in the comments section. You can also post over at my Facebook page as always, but thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video.